Tony D and Little Joan in the background, and this is a Screenwriter's Rant on Mulligan, a new animated series on Netflix about a guy who saves the universe, and then he saves the Earth, and then he has to put humankind back together in the aftermath. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books, links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 11. Available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. So they actually show you in this trailer. It's a first look, but kind of makes a good trailer because it shows you Mulligan is the guy's name, and it's a double meaning because his name is Mulligan. He's the main character, but it's kind of like a mulligan for the world because after the invasion, a lot of people are dead, and he has to put the world back together. So they immediately make him president because he saved the world. And he marries the Miss America who he saved, who hit her head during their adventure. So I assume there's something going on with that. And then he's completely unqualified to run the country. Kind of like what we're having now. So here he is as president. You can see the Washington Monument's falling apart. Everything's all smashed up. You've got a dead fighter jet there, and his wife is like, what's the difference between flammable and inflammable? And then you hear an explosion. So he never paid attention in school, and he's got to figure things out. I don't know who these other characters are. You've got this senator character who made him president. You got one of the aliens who apparently is one of the main characters. Got this kid who's a general. It's a weird show. It's a weird premise. I mean, I kind of like it. I guess these are some other characters in the background who are part of the show too. So it's kind of like Idiocracy in a lot of ways. It's almost the transition between going from normal times to Idiocracy, but he's got to rebuild civilization. The only reason he's president is because he saved the world, but he's completely unqualified. I guess there'll be some fun in this. I mean, I was amused by the trailer. I gotta say, couldn't find a decent trailer tonight. I mean, there's this trailer for the season 2 of Strange New Worlds, and it's so boring. This is better than that. The trailer for Strange New Worlds is just boring. It's just a bunch of clips and epic music like, oh, isn't this great? It's Star Trek. You love Star Trek. And they're teasing James Kirk is going to be on the show now. It's so stupid. It's so awful. This at least has some life to it. I mean, I don't know where it's going. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Fallout because of the sort of post-apocalyptic nature of it, except, it's not a nuclear war. It's alien invasion, so it's a bit retro in that, but I don't mind it. It's kind of fun. I could see it kind of working. I don't like that the alien's in it. I don't think he should have been in it. I guess he's one of the characters. He's like the bad guy, but he's also smart. I don't know why they need him. But this starts May 12th. I might watch the first episode. Kudos to your trailer or your first look, Netflix, because it intrigued me. Because you probably showed the most exciting scene in the damn thing where he saves saves the planet. So that was kind of cool. He just saves the planet. And the whole time I'm watching it going, this guy seems a little stupid, but he seems to have some ability and he's going to win. And at first I thought Mulligan was going to be one of these video game things where he doesn't save the planet and he's got to start over kind of thing. Nah, it's not. He actually saves the planet and then becomes president. It's got a little bit of almost like a Futurama vibe, because Futurama, but not as smart. Futurama was a little like that with Fry. He was stupid, but he was in the future, kind of thing. It's got that and Idiocracy kind of vibe to it, so I don't mind it. I think it would be amusing. I'm not sure who wrote it. I don't think there's any info on it. Oh, well, here we go. And now we rebuild, or whatever. Check out the first look of Mulligan, a new comedy created by Robert Carlock and Sam Means. May 12th. After Earth is destroyed by an alien attack, a ragtag band of survivors has to start society over from scratch. It's an opportunity to learn from humanity's past mistake and get things right this time. Or maybe the same mistakes all over again. Probably the second one. Yeah, okay. Supervising director Colin Heck. Written by Robert Carlock and Sam Means. Full cast. Nat Faxon is Maddie Mulligan, a working class everyman from Boston. Maddie single-handedly saved Earth from the alien invasion, but now he's in way over his head as leader of what's left of humanity. The only thing he wants more than to be loved by everyone is to win over Lucy, but both will require him to actually think about someone other than himself for once. He didn't seem that selfish to me in the trailer. Lucy Swan, Chrissy Teigen, I guess. Lucy has a whirlwind romance with Maddie during the attack, so now she's the de facto first lady, except they just met and it turns out they have nothing in common. A beauty queen who believes deeply in America. You see her in beer commercials. She wait a minute. Have you seen beer commercials recently? As she wants to use her newfound influence to actually help fix the world, if she could just figure out how. Okay. Dr. Farah Braun, Tina Fey. Dr. Braun is a military super scientist and single mom. Okay. She's still trying to have it all as a working mother, but is still being dismissed as a female scientist in a world that really shouldn't have time to bother with that stuff. Not liking that. Simon Priolo, Sam Richardson. Simon is the only surviving historian and one of Maddie's top advisors, even though Maddie thinks he's a useless nerd, desperate to save what's left of human history before it disappears. He's also eager to take this new opportunity to reinvent himself as a confident, cool guy. It's not working though. No one is buying the fedora. I guess that's this guy here. Okay, I guess. Senator Cartwright Lamar, Dana Carvey. Oh, okay. The self-appointed vice president, Lamar, is simpering, scheming political animal who's anxious to rebuild everything just the way it was when guys like him were in power. Uh-oh. He is forced to contend with both Maddie's apathy and Lucy's empathy in order to govern the way he wants to, but his power is dependent on Maddie's popularity, so he has to continue to prop him up for now. Okay, this is starting to sound more and more woke the more I'm reading, but okay. Axatrax, Phil Lamar. Oh, he's good in these shows. A dignified general, Axatrax is the only alien survivor of the invasion and is now a prisoner of the intellectually inferior humans who defeated him. Imprisoned in the White House bowling alley, he becomes an unlikely shoulder to cry on for Maddie, but he may just be buying time until he can signal for a second invasion. I'm not too keen on that character. Todd 209 is a military cyborg developed by the Pentagon by Dr. Braun, but deployed to fight the aliens before he was fully ready. He now spends his days trying not to break things and remembering snippets of human past. Was he a musician? So I guess he's the bender of the show. General Scarpaccio / Jason Moody, AO, I can't even read that name, Edinburgh? General Scarpaccio was an aimless teenager, Jason Moody, before he found a Marine general's uniform on a corpse and put it on. He's now the head of the Joint Chiefs, which means he gets to do cool stuff like shoot guns and fly helicopters? How does that work? I don't know. This show is becoming less and less appealing the more I read this. King Jeremy, Daniel Radcliffe. Jeremy Fitzhog is the party boy son of an English lord who was working with the British embassy when the aliens attacked, but everyone in America thinks he's smart because of his accent. And when he realizes he's the last surviving British citizen, he declares himself king. Okay. Johnny Zhao, Ronnie Chiang. Johnny Zhao is a Hong Kong billionaire who spent the attack partying with models on his yacht. After coming ashore in the DC, teams up with Lamar to make money matter again in a world that doesn't need it. I don't know, man. This is sounding less and less appealing. So I guess that's some of the characters over here, the cyborg, and I don't know, man. Oh wait, here I think there he is. There, some other characters here. I don't know, man. I mean, I think you got too many characters. I really do. You know, and I don't like the Tina Fey character at all. You're gonna jam that woke crap in this? Oh, we're gonna represent the past with Dana Carvey's exceedingly white guy. Oh yeah, no, we can't go down that path again, Maddie. Well, first off, you've screwed this whole comedy up. If you wanted to go down that path, you should have created the opposite track. In other words, you should have created a situation where there was a guy pushing him down that track, because that would be the funniest thing for that to happen. That despite all of Maddie's best efforts, it ends up being exactly as it was. I mean, if you wanted to make that the funniest thing, that would be the funniest thing. I think the alien's a big mistake too. There's like too many elements in this. You know? I get why you might have them, but like, you know, these characters, a lot of these are one-shot characters at best. You know, how many people are left on Earth? Like, there's only one British guy left in the entire planet? It's a little bit harsh. It's like millions of people are dead. I don't know, man. I think a better pitch for the show would have been to just kill the elites, right? So, like, he's maybe for the British guy, he should be the last surviving member of the royal family by a you know, like a fraction of an inch. He's just like the one distant royal relative that wasn't on the, you know, the aliens hit parade, and he's the only survivor, so he's the king. But then again, it doesn't take place in the UK. Who cares about him? Why even have him in the show? Why even list him as one of the main characters? You know, and it doesn't make any sense for Maddie to just be declared president. We do have a process. I mean, he could have been a representative. He could be stupid and still be in Congress. He could be the last surviving rep. He could have been the one. He could have been like at a party and drunk. Like when the invasion happened and they wiped out everybody, but he saves everybody and they make him president. I mean, I get it. You could just make it an everyman, but Tina Fey's character I don't like. I don't, you know. And Tina Fey's gonna. Is that your funny character, Tina Fey? Is that really gonna be funny? Oh, it's a man's world. The world got destroyed. Who saved you? A man. Where were you? Dr. Braun, is that a throwback to Otto von Braun? I think his name was, a German scientist from World War II. Is that what you're going for here with the name? I don't know. She just seems unnecessary. I don't know why the kid gets to be the general. That doesn't make any sense. He found a uniform, put it on. Oh, and he's the general? That doesn't make any sense. I don't know, man. I like the premise, but I think it would be better if it actually was kind of more grounded. Because I like the idea of an idiot. Look, the rest of the characters could be idiots. Why you got to make it a kid? Like that? No. Why not make everybody a moron? Why not just make them all everymen? And just let them run things into the ground? Because they never paid attention in school. Like, that's one of the lines from the show. I wish I paid more attention in school. Yeah, a lot of people have that regret. That's why you should make them all morons, like Maddie. Maybe he should have made a whole team of guys, and then he just brings them all in. Too many different characters. Too many to keep track of. Is this show going to work? It's on Netflix. I mean, I guess if you have Netflix, you might watch it. I was psyched to watch this until I read the descriptions. And now I'm kind of like, maybe I'll watch the first episode to see how it plays out. I did like the trailer. I mean, first look, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I'm struggling with these characters. Too many. Chrissy Teigen? Why her? I don't know. I think you needed a comedian in the lead. Who's the comedian? Or Nat Faxon. I don't know him. So I don't know. And Dana Carvey. Why not make Dana Carvey the lead? He's a cartoon character. You don't have to make him old in the series. He would have been the best choice, in my view, to make him the lead. In fact, Dana Carvey does a lot of voices. You could have made him half the cast. I don't know. I don't know. I have my doubts about this show. But maybe I'll watch the first episode, just because I like the action scene at the beginning. I mean, you watch it, you tell me. It doesn't look... The cartoon itself doesn't look bad. That description, though, kind of is a turnoff. All right, so it's Mulligan. Coming to Netflix May 12th. So, hopefully it's good. I don't know. And that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more base takes. We have 2 other videos on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble. You won't see here on YouTube. Too spicy for the meatball over here on YouTube. Yeah, they don't like my takes on the news and Hollywook too much. So, yeah, check them out over there. Please, Rumble, Odysee, and Bitchute. Just make an account so we can keep in touch in case I'm S-canned from YouTube, which is inevitable. Next, thanks to all who came out, Gloucester City Museum event. I'll be at the... I can never remember this one. Meet the Author Book Fest. Book Festival at the Free Library of Monroe Township in Williamstown, New Jersey from 10 to 4 on Saturday. I'm off tomorrow, but I'll be back with videos. And then on Sunday at the Village Idiot Brewing in Mount Holly at 2 p.m. for my talk on how to hunt the Jersey Devil. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you